All right, story time. This one time, I had a neighbor who I had made friends with, like during my early years in high school, or like maybe middle years. It was okay. It was just kind of like, kind of stupid. Um, he was actually a very smart dude in terms of book smart, and I guess he had some kind of street smart to him, but he was also like really stupid sometimes. Oh boy. Alright, yeah, these people are strong. So anyways, I knew him because he was like, you know, lived in my neighborhood. You know, he seemed alright. Oh, okay. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. I'm just gonna take him in circles if I don't get stuck. But he basically used to do K2, and he claimed that he used to live in New York and do it all the time and all this stuff, which I thought was a little nuts. That's like, if you don't know what K2 is, it's basically a synthetic incense, I believe it is, and it would literally make you go crazy if you were to smoke it. I've seen like all kinds of different reactions, but there's people who do it, so I don't know. Anyways, he was a straight A student, but sometimes he would go to this place that we used to skip at, and I showed him it. It's where people went to go smoke in school and everything like that, and come back, you know, whatever. But this particular day, he came to my house while my folks were out, really drunk, and he wanted to play Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 2. And you know, like I was pretty good at the game. Like I'm not, you know, gonna toot my own horn about it, but I was a decent player, and anybody that I ever played with, they all, like, you know, no one's ever really beaten me. So one time he came to my house. Oh shoot. How did I miss that? Okay. He came to my house and he was pretty plastered drunk. Like, really drunk. And he wouldn't leave me alone about playing this game because he always lost to me. And he was like, I'm not leaving until you play this with me. And I'm like, fine, we'll play a few rounds or whatever, right? You know, but you can't stay here, like. Phew! Sorry, I had to sneeze. I was like, you can't stay here though because, you know, my folks are gonna be home soon and I don't want your drunk ass, like, here. You know? Really, I didn't want him there to begin with, but, you know, we're already kind of past that. Anyways, he came to my house, we started playing, and I'm like cooking him. In Tenkaichi 2, you can have up to like 5 players fight each other, and they just swap between all of them. So normally he would pick his top 5, and then I would just pick one person that I was good with, and I would take on all 5 of them, just annihilating them, because I was that good, I guess. But yeah, he kept getting really emotional every time we played, and it got to the point where it was like he was like almost crying, and I didn't want to make him cry. Like, I felt kind of bad that I was making him cry, but it was also like, I don't know, he was drunk, and for some reason he just kept being a sore loser and kept getting emotional and stuff over a game. Well, I'm like, dude, we don't have to play this. He's like, no, I know I can beat you. I know, like, he's trying to... Oh. Like, he's trying to prove to me something. Like, prove, like... I don't know what he was trying to prove. But it looked like a child begging for their dad's validation. You know? So, I played a couple rounds with him. And I beat him every time. And it started getting to the point where I'm watching the tears form on his eyeballs. Like, it's literally like he's a tiny gust of wind from like just breaking down, you know, like right in front of me. And then I'd have to clean that up because, you know, he's both drunk and emotional, which is not a good mix. I started seeing how upset he was actually getting. So I was like, you know what, let me... Oh, did I just get sniped? Jeez. Anyways, I just figured let me go easy on him in this round, you know? Let me give him like a little bit of room to breathe, you know, get his bearings, because I'm just on him too much, like in the combos and stuff. And the second that I ease up a bit on him and he starts fighting back, he starts talking a lot of crap and a lot of nonsense. Like he wasn't just getting bodied 4 rounds in a row. So I'm like, okay. Like, I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, dude, you were just about to break down crying, and here you are, instead of being humble about anything, you're just like, yeah, oh, who's your daddy now, kind of thing, you know? So I'm like, okay, we gonna play this way? Let's play this way. So then I start fighting back again. He starts getting emotional again, and I crushed him once again. And then he's like begging, one more game, and everything, all this stuff. And I'm like, dude, you need to go home, man. You're like plastered. I feel like every time I beat you, you're not gonna... At this point, I realize that like he's not gonna leave without getting a dub. So then I'm like, fine. So I made him have a little convincing dub. Which I'm pretty sure if you asked him today, he'd probably still think he genuinely won. But I just wanted him out my house, so I was like, fine, we'll do one more game, blah, blah, blah. So, he's, you know, he's talking all this crap, and then I beat him, and he gets really mad, and, he jumps up in, like, one swift motion. And when he jumped up, like, he jumped up in one swift motion to try to leave the room in a hissy fit. But he tried to like jump out of the chair and leave the room at the same time because the chair was right next to my door to my room, or my door out my room, and he gets up too quick, and like he drops the controller, gets up too quick, and the controller, in the motion that he did dropping it, it wrapped around his legs. This was a PS2 controller, so it wrapped around his legs. And as he's leaving my room, he just drops to the floor and smacks his face onto the ground. And his legs is all tangled up by the PS2 controller. It was an idiot. I'm like, dude, you can't even leave in grace. Like, you can't even take your L in grace. Like, just go, man. So, I started realizing, like, this guy is just a mess right now. Oh. Why isn't it working? I don't have enough magicka. Did I not summon something? See, this is that bullshit. Anyways, yeah, he smacks his face on the floor and he just lays there for a little bit. He wasn't knocked out or anything, but he definitely like hurt himself. And I took a picture of it because I thought it was so funny because it looked like a murder scene. He was just laying there. Here's a picture. Yeah. I lost contact with him after, you know, like, I guess he moved away and then, you know, I just kept on going with where I lived at and he went and lived his life. So I don't know where he's at now. This is also the same guy who blamed me for all of his grades failing in school because I showed him the place to skip and he was like, "You did this to me." I'm like, "Buddy, you're responsible for your own work. Just, I didn't tell you to just start failing all your classes. I just told you, hey, maybe you should, you know, like take your work more serious at school and then go and have your fun." Because believe me, I'm all about fun, but at the same time, work needs to get done. If you don't get your work done, you're just gonna be losing. You know, you'll be lost in the sauce. So, yeah, that's pretty much the story. Sorry I died so much while telling it. I'm probably gonna die again. We're gonna see. Ooh, ooh, okay. Hold on. This might be the run. Okay. Let's take that. I don't know what that is. All this looks like it's necessary, but I think I already have them. Okay. No, no, no. Come on. Go down. There. But yeah, that's pretty much it. See ya.